Good afternoon, traders. It's Bill Baruch with Blue Line Futures Intradaily Midday Market Minute. We have a jam-packed day of data, but before I get to it, if you're watching this on YouTube, please click the link below and subscribe. Like and subscribe. If you're watching from a website, there's also a link below to direct you to YouTube, and you can subscribe that way. We'd love for you to follow us. We'd love for you to help us build our following. All right, let's get to it here. Yeah, data started this morning with UK data, CPI, inflation. It came in lower than expected. That's a good thing to see here for risk assets. It means the central banks around the world, they're not going to have to keep this pedal to the metal on hiking. I think that's a positive. As we moved into the U.S. today, housing starts data. If you go back to that May number that was released a month ago, that was an eye-popping 21% month-over-month increase. That was revised down to a 15%. And the June data that was released today was a month-over-month drop of 8%. So this is supportive to what the Fed's trying to accomplish. However, I looked at housing starts, though, as bringing more supply on the market, as really ultimately becoming disinflationary. So for now, though, this number coming in below expectations, even though the dollar's higher on the day, I think that's more of a byproduct of the data from the UK. But this coming down here today for the housing starts should be able to help put some pressure on Treasury yields, helping lift the Treasury market a little bit, and that supports the risk-on narrative. What we are seeing here today is a little consolidation. I mean, the market, the S&P and the NASDAQ all had a terrific session in closing yesterday. They're consolidating. The NASDAQ's down a touch here right now, coming off the session lows, 15,927 so far. The S&P hanging out above 45. 88, 90. That's an area there that was previous resistance. We want to see that hold out above as support. Now, I highlighted where the bigger, broader floor is probably trying to develop, and this all leads into Tesla's earnings after the bell today. The Tesla stock itself is hanging at 295. I think an earnings beat would really get this above 300. Look at that, some resistance at 315. Now, 295 is the 618 retracement on the whole range. So you need some good news here today to power that. I imagine that would help power the NASDAQ and help the NASDAQ ultimately get back above and break out above that round 16,000 number. High today so far was 16,062. Moving on to crude oil, we had the EIA data today. It was pretty lukewarm. Crude oil had coughed up some early gains, traded to 76.87. All across the board, really came in lower than expectations. I mean, less of a draw than expected, and that was with net imports down. So this is really a lukewarm number. Crude's coughing up, but it's back at that battleground, $75 to $75.30. Watch that area. It's going to be crucial. We're going to hold above there. It's kind of in this breakout zone, but we have a number of support levels highlighted below. And then the housing starts number, like I said, it should be more supportive to risk on, especially the precious metals. Now, the metals are not doing a whole lot here today, really consolidating. Gold broke out of the bull flag yesterday, and copper's trying to find a bottom at 380. The big issue is the Chinese yuan. It continues to weaken. It's down another 0.5% against the U.S. dollar. So the CNH is the CME's contract. That is the USD CNH. So when that's higher, the dollar is strengthening, and that is up about 0.5% on the session at a 7-session high. Watch that Chinese yuan. If that continues to weaken, it's going to be a big headwind for the precious metals in the entire metals complex. Our team is always here to help, so don't hesitate to reach out. 312-278-0500. Remember, futures trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors.